Mongolian passage. This is not an euphemism. Lara goes on to get some wood. Again. That's just what she said. One clothing piece. But can she now upgrade something? I think not. I think we'll need to... We did 2 upgrades to our bow. Optional challenge to nearby. Explore to find the entrance. Okay. Challenge to. So we have a path. Forward and around. Right, no.
A Byzantine war galley.
Wow.
How the hell did it get down here?
Question is how it gets below. How it get to fucking Siberia. Byzantine Empire and Siberia are extremely far apart. Byzantine Empire centered around modern Turkey and Greece. It's London is literally closer to Byzantines than Siberia. They just decided, oh, Orthodox, it must be all next door. I mean, Alaska is literally closer to Siberia than Anatolia, the peninsula where Turkey exists now.
It's Mongolian. They passed through here. I must be close to the lost city.
Looks like a Hazar Tamga, the trident that they used. So this is the Tumba. Okay, like the Tamgas complain about their second Tomb Raider reboot. The tombs are now optional. It's not like the old Tomb Raiders where there were no optional tombs. So in Tomb Raider 1 there are 2 tombs. So, not optional, but there's 2. They have Egypt, and there are no tombs in Tomb Raider 1's Egypt, somehow. Tomb Raider 2 doesn't have tombs. I mean, unofficially you can say that the ship is a tomb. And technically the final tomb
up there
with the dragon is a tomb. So, I'll give them that. There's 1 tomb in Tomb Raider 2. 2 tombs in Tomb Raider 1. And I don't think there's any tombs in Tomb Raider 3. There's like Subway, Area 51. Well, there's a dead alien there, so I guess that counts. But anyway, the first 3 games combined have less tombs than the reboot. And reboot, like, officially, you can there are unskippable tombs. You start in one, you start in a crypt, literally. You pass through one in the middle of the game, and you end one in Himiko's tomb. So, Tomb Raider 2013 has more tombs than the first 3 Tomb Raiders combined. Even if you don't count the optional ones. That's just how it goes. And this is...
Got to crack the ice somehow.
Isn't this the English phrase, turn of the word that means, like, finds connection through conversation?
The Maria Adula is trapped. The ice gave way. Her spine snapped in 2. No matter. While I hope to wield her cannons against the false prophet, we will continue on foot. I have 6 of the Order of Trinity's best, and we have been stockpiling food and supplies while the sailors starved. They do not know it yet, but they will give their life for the cause. My men and I will find our way out of these icy caves and continue on foot. Before the ship was swallowed by the ice to the south, we heard music. That will be our first stop. But first I must rest. The cold has sunk into my bones, and I am drowsy. Just a little sleep.
And that's him, I guess. I'm not sure I entirely understand what's my goal here. Now, I don't want puzzle solutions to be given to me. I don't need solutions to the puzzle. I need the goal, and then I can find out how to reach it myself. Came from there. Yeah, they show me this pigeon shit shows me where to go next. Again, don't show me where don't show me how to just tell me where I need to go and then let me find the way. Instead they show me where to go even before I found what I needed
Should
to
be
do.
able to climb those oars. Yes, that did it.
This! Like, that did what? I didn't know what I need to do, but we found the solution before we found the puzzle. That kinda sucks. I remember being stuck in the very first optional tomb on Yamatai, the first Tomb Raider of the survival trilogy. And I was stuck because I had no idea what the game expects me. I did some really tough jumps and they were not needed eventually because I had no idea what it actually wanted. Like, yeah. I can press this, but why do I need to press it? Uh-huh. So, like, yeah. Yeah, I'm not complaining about the modern games design because in older games you were also not told what to do. You were also not told how. So it was complete mystery. Here, they tell you how to do it, but good luck figuring out why you're doing this.
Now to find out what's up there.
Again, I had no idea we even need to go there. But again, this is not very different from original games. The first 5. Angel of Darkness is like nothing else. It's very different. But the first 5, you had no idea where you need to go or what you need to do. Apart from the very last part in Chronicles where Zip gives you briefing. And yeah, these games are much more like originals than the first Crystal Dynamics trilogy.
Look at all this.
Don't let anyone
Why were they
tell
carrying so much wealth with them?
otherwise. It's the first reboot just has the Phantom Menace, or rather prequel trilogy syndrome, where it was originally hated by like all fans because it was so different. But then the guys who grew up with that retroactively claimed it was just like originals, but the new reboot is bad. So the same guys who hate Star Wars sequels hate Tomb Raider Survival. The reality is that Legend was so different from the first 6 games. Nothing else was so different. Anniversary was closer, and Underworld even closer than that to originals. And then Tomb Raider 2013 was even closer to like the last Revelation. It's very similar. So yeah, if you the Tomb Raider 4, 5, 6 reboot will be coming out soon. And if you like Survival Trilogy, you will probably like The Last Revelation, because despite using mechanics from the first 3 games, same jumping, same grabbing ledges, same style of everything. Why does she keep her mouth open all the time? I hate it. Despite using old mechanics, it's kind of open world-ish.
This codex details the archery techniques of the foes of the Byzantine Empire.
Ancient abilities. Quick shoot up 2 successful arrows while the delayed revolving from the quiver. Rapid fire allows quickly pressing and releasing RT after an arrow is first shot. Okay. This is very badass. You get a lot of Byzantine art in general. Notice how we don't really have Russian culture here. We have natives. We have Mongolians. Or Mongols. And we have Byzantines, which have nothing to do with this area. But we don't have like traditional Russian anything. We have modern Russians as bad guys with AKs, which they are in real life, so. Okay.
A Byzantine brooch. The enamel work is beautiful.
But this area would not have
This
anything.
portrait has been defaced. It looks like it was depicting the prophet. They must have had to hide their faith.
Sorry for what it's worth. Like, these guys sound, the prophet sound like bitches, but also the prophet kinda sounds like a cult leader, if you ask me. You're not supposed to worship anyone but God in any Abrahamic religions. Saints are venerated but not worshipped. Yeah, I know it kind of sounds like a cop-out, and I agree that there's too much focus on saints, but still, like, officially by Charge Doctrine, you're not worshipping them. And these guys seems like they do worship the prophets. Ouch. Jumps here and platforming is much more tough than in Legend. In Legend, platforming and jumping is very arcade-ish, very easy. So yeah, anyone who says that, especially it's funny when guys said that Tomb Raider was so great with Legend, Underworld and stuff, and then Crystal Dynamics ruined it. Crystal Dynamics made Legend, Underworld and Anniversary. Lao trilogy. This was also made by Crystal Dynamics, but this is the last game they made in the series. Shadow was bizarrely given to Ada's in-house team in, I think, a different country. Crystal Dynamics are English, and I think it was given to Canadian branch of Eidos Montreal. So Eidos made one Tomb Raider game despite their logo being all over it, because they were always the publishers and IP holders. Core Design made the first 6. Angel of Darkness had a very turbulent development cycle, and Core basically was destroyed by the production of that one game, yeah. And oh, fuck. She drowned. It didn't have oxygen meter, instead it started covering stream with blood, which is kind of a stupid thing because that's not how you drown, right? You would have water in your lungs, not blood from this. I mean, you do have blood in your lungs. It's human bodies, they're made of blood, but whatever.
The madman continues on. I do not know what drives him. We pass through frozen mountains at the edge of the world as people are dying. Every day, I pass graves or bodies left along the faint trail. I have grown thin and hard, but I am close now. My horse is dead. The mare that had been with me since the campaigns against the Bulgars. I butchered her and carried the meat on my back. But I am so close. I can hear them singing just over the ridge. A joyous sound on the wind. Our prophet will be dead within the week. And I will return to the Order of Trinity, triumphant. Just one more day, and I will be upon him.
So yeah, I was saying how there's no Russian artifacts and there shouldn't be any Slav stuff here because... ancient Slav rather, or medieval. Because Russian conquest of Siberia is kind of like happened at the same time as English were colonizing Americas. So like yeah, that literally ended at Alaska, so even maybe later some parts of Siberia were colonized like 19th century. And the last one, Tuva, where Shego is from, was from I think early Soviet times, 20th century. They basically offered Tuva a protectorate for their gold. Tuvans gave gold to Russians, and Russians enslaved Tuvans, took their land and forced them to learn Russian in exchange. Colonization, that's how it happens. People say, oh, that Russia is not an empire. It literally is. It's always was. It's the biggest empire in the world that still exists now, unfortunately. And they conquered territory, colonized natives, eradicated local cultures, and forcibly converted everyone to quote-unquote Russian culture. Just because they didn't come in boats doesn't mean it doesn't count. But even if your definition of colonialism means boats, then welcome to Alaska, which Russians colonized on boats. You cannot really deny that at all. And they are now doing the same thing in Africa. So yeah, goodbye and see you later. Like, comment, subscribe. And Lara will save and continue.